Welcome to our Thursday night team hangout. Today is June 11th, which is completely insane to me. I can't even believe it as we're looking ahead at Summit and it's right around the corner. I mean, it's like a month away. I just remember last year when we were like, oh, Summit in Nashville, it's going to be awesome, but it seems so far away. And now it's right here. So very exciting times. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer and having a good time, but we are growing by leaps and bounds. This team, every single day, we are adding more people to our family and adding more coaches who, yes, there's a handful, obviously, of people who are here for the discount and who want to save some money. But I just think it's so amazing how many people are ready to work the business and how many people who may have been coaching for a while now are ready to see where this coaching opportunity will take them. So I see a lot of people who have this new spark within them and are really going all in. And I think that regardless of where you are on your coaching journey, it's never too late to go all in. So maybe your all in is different than somebody else's, but it's never too late to go all in. It's an amazing thing when you kind of make that decision and you make your mind up, you flip that switch and you're just like, I'm in. This is for me. I'm supposed to do this. I'm meant to have, all of these amazing opportunities, and I was born to shine. And once you kind of accept that about yourself and you realize that then you can share that with other people, I think that this opportunity is really limitless. So thanks so much for being here tonight, you guys. There are a few things that I want to go through on the front end of the call, and then the beautiful and talented Natalie Johnson will be sharing a few things with us today before she leaves for her European adventure here in a couple days. So she will certainly be missed, but we'll be saying lots of prayers for her for safe travels. I myself am also traveling this weekend. We leave for Myrtle Beach, so I'm really pumped about that. So wish me luck. 12 hours in the car with a 7 and 4-year-old and a 30, how old is he now? 37-year-old. No, but it'll be wonderful. I'm going to just relax and enjoy it and take a look at the scenery and just, feel really blessed because obviously we have so much to be thankful for. And so certainly I want to tap into all of the wonderful things that are going on. But let's talk about some recognition. So we have a lot of things happening on our team. And obviously if we just take and we look at what's happened the past week, I know Anne Marie has really built her team this week. And I keep looking, and every day I look and she's added another person to her team. So I'm so proud of Anne Marie. I want to give a special shout out to Sarah West. She's one of my new coaches who just sold her first challenge pack. And we all know that getting over that initial hump of selling your first challenge pack can be huge. And I know that Shannon Bay also sold her first challenge pack here in the past.
I can't hear a damn thing.
Hey, Buzzy,
I can't even hear the audio.
I think you need to mute. Everyone.
So guys, if you're calling in, I cannot mute you. You're going to have to mute yourself. So let me see if there's something I can do from my end as far as muting people. Okay, actually it looks like I have been able to successfully mute people except Natalie, which is good. Okay, alrighty, so I think we should be all set. But anyhow, Lisa Trempy, she is another brand new coach who sold her first challenge pack, so props to her. I think that's a huge deal. I mean, and I know that when I sold my first challenge pack, I was like, yay, like it's official, I'm on my way. So Kat Herforth Livers, and I hope I didn't butcher Kat's name, but Kat became Emerald this week, so props to Kat for moving her business to Emerald. My lovely husband, John Wayne Buzzard, also moved his business. He advanced his business to Diamond this week. And, I think it's really cool because he did have a part in that. He did have a small part in that. He was very happy because he really did kind of like help sign up maybe 1 to 2 of those people. So I said, yep, you sure did. You had a big part in that. So, I think that is awesome. He is now officially a Diamond. Megan Klonks, she just earned her free ticket to Summit. So we all know like how huge that is to start it as a new coach and to get success starters your first month and earn that call with Carl, but then to do that for 3 consecutive months and earn your free ticket to Summit, that is amazing. So I definitely think that that's something that every new coach should shoot for. And I really, really wished it was around back when I signed up. But since it wasn't, all you new coaches, that is your goal. Your first 3 months in the business, you've got to go for Success Starters. You got to go for that free ticket to Summit, because that's huge. Okay, so if there's any other recognition that I need to include, please include that in the group chat, and we will get to that at the end, because I certainly don't want to leave anybody off. There's some training groups that are going on right now that I definitely wanted to mention. Coach Basics, the June Fit Fighter Fundamentals, is really off the hook. And Sandy Smith, Megan Harrell, Christy Paul, Courtney Bear, they are doing a fantastic job of leading our new coaches. And I have many new coaches in there, and they are rocking and rolling, and the vibe is just really great. It really is. And so I just want to give huge props and some love to that team of coaches who is, putting their all in our new coaches in the Fit Fighter Fundamentals group. Also, Aaron Young and I are leading the Diamond and Beyond group, and we're so excited about, Lauren Hovian. I'm so sorry, I forgot Lauren Hovian. I'm sorry, Lauren, you are a darling, and I love you so much, and I'm so sorry I left you off the list. Forgive me. So yes, Lauren Hovian is also doing the Coach Basics group. She's doing a phenomenal job as well. But yeah, so Aaron Young and I are doing the Diamond and Beyond group, and we have some amazing things going on in there. Lots of people stepping out of their comfort zone, and lots of people thinking, how they can really grow and how they can really maximize their goals as coaches. So we have had such a blast with that group, and we are bringing out a lot of new content. We're really committed to, making videos and changing up the lessons, and so that we can really bring you guys some fresh and new things so that you can really just grow your businesses like crazy. Also wanted to give an update on the Rank It Up group. Erin has been meeting with the other leaders in the Rank It Up group, and they are working on how to exactly go about closing that, and how all of the, ranks and all the awards and things like that are connected to the rank advancement, how that is going to be kind of like divvied out. But just know that is happening, and so you'll definitely be hearing more about that. And like Erin said, look for a video tomorrow. So that's exciting. I know I'm excited, because there were lots of people from Fit Fighter Nation, Soul Fit Nation, Dream Team who were in there who did move their business forward. So I'm excited to hear all about that. Okay, so this is the time for your calendar. So a few things, and many of you guys probably already have these things on your calendar, but there are going to be a couple new things that we're going to add to. So if you are one of those summit-bound peeps, you certainly need to make sure that you have June 15th, which is Monday, added to your calendar, because on Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time is when you're going to be able to sign up for the tracks. So you're going to be able to begin, choosing your summit experience. You need to know your coach ID number. You need to know your registration number. You need to be ready to log onto a computer at noon that day so that you are able to create your summit experience. You're going to need to know going into it what tracks you're going to select, and either the blue or silver, as well as the workout. And just know that you're going to have to be flexible, and you're going to have to be ready to pull the trigger right then at noon, because if for some reason that a track is booked, sold out, or a workout, or whatever the case may be, you just have to be flexible and be ready, okay? So that's June 15th at noon. So the next date that I want to add to your calendar is our 3-day. We're going to change it up this time around, and we're going to do a 3-day open house. That is going to start on June 24th. Okay, so mark your calendar, June 24, 25, 26. It's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's when Erin and I will be doing the open house into the coaching opportunity. So please mark your calendar for that. That's June 24th. And there may be another opportunity, business opportunity webinar that we will give you more information on later, but just plain for the open house for now. Okay, so Summit, we know, is July 16th through the 19th. And here's what I really want to say. Obviously, we have lots of people on this call tonight, lots of people on our team who are going to Summit. And I'm so incredibly excited about that experience because there's just magic. It's going to be magic. And it's awesome to think that it was just Aaron and I last year. And now we have I think we have a group of 30 people going. And I know that Natalie, love Natalie so much. She really, I think last year, seeing us in Vegas, she wanted to be with us so bad. She did an amazing job of holding down the fort and maintaining things kind of while we were away. But I know that she can speak for the fact that it was hard for her to not be there. It was hard for her to see all of all of us, meaning Aaron and I, having these experiences and her not being able to physically be there. So there's two things that I want to stress about Summit. First of all, there's still time for every single person to make it to Summit. You guys can be at Summit. If there is a little burning desire in your heart, let's do it. Maybe you talk to your spouse and your spouse is like, I've got the kids, let's do it. Then I would absolutely 100%, if you can physically make it to Summit, I would make it a priority. I really would. Even if you're brand new to the business today, it will revolutionize your business. It will change your business. You will not be the same after it. It is that big of a life-changing and a business-changing event. So please don't rule that out. I mean, it's still a month away and it's still something that you can pull off. So think about it and consider it and let us know if this is something that you're okay, I'm going to be there. If you cannot make it to Summit, create a Summit experience of your own, okay? Bring Summit to you. Follow what we're doing on the team page. Stay tapped into Fit Fighter Nation, stay tapped into Soul Fit Nation, stay tapped into Facebook and Instagram and all of the social media sites that we use as coaches and be present. Size is going to be released while we're at Summit. You still need to make sure you're connecting with your clients, your customers, your friends about size. You need to build up the hype, just like we're going to be building it up when we're at Summit and that sort of thing. You are still a Beachbody coach and you still need to be building up all of that hype that's going to be coming along with being involved in Beachbody during that time. There's going to be new releases. Stay tapped in to Facebook and to our team pages because there's going to be some incredible things that are going to be shared. Also, the general session, it will be live streaming. I don't have any details other than it will be live streaming. So that is going to be something you're going to definitely want to make a priority. If you can't be there, bring Summit to you and create a Summit experience of your own. Okay, because it's that imperative. So stay locked in, stay tapped in. Make sure you have Summit on your calendar, whether or not you're coming to actually experience Summit for yourself. You are going to have a Summit experience. You just may not be in Nashville. Okay, I hope you get me on that and you feel kind of how important that really is to be connected there. Also, Super Saturday is on July 25th here in Indy, and obviously, there are Super Saturdays all over. I'm so excited. Anne-Marie is going to be coming down from Canada, and I hope that you guys consider coming to Indy if you are outside of the Indianapolis area. I mean, if you're within a couple hours, you should make it a priority because you're not only going to get Tony Horton, who is the face of Beachbody and really how Beachbody kind of was put on the map with his phenomenal workouts, but also Carl Deichler, the CEO. He is amazing to watch in person. He has more passion than anybody I've ever seen in my whole life. And it's got to be a priority, you guys. I mean, live events are without a doubt the #1 game changer in your business. Megan, I think, was sharing something on Fit Fighter not too long ago about how she didn't go to Super Saturday for so long. And then she went to her first one and she was like, oh my gosh, why have I not been going to Super Saturday? And she really felt oh my gosh, I did my business such a disservice by not going. And personally, I did myself a disservice. So make Super Saturday a priority. And not only that, but the Diamond event that's going to be happening after is going to be such a blast. If any of you guys were at the Diamond event for the last Super Saturday, it's worth going to Super Saturday just for the Diamond event. But then you add in Carl Deichler and Tony Horton and it's oh my gosh, sign me up. So it's definitely something that you need to strive for. You can make it to Diamond in the next month. It is possible. You have to tell yourself, I can do it. I will do it. It's not hard. I've got all the tools. I've got everything I need to make it happen. Now let's just go. And you have to have that mindset. And if you have that mindset and you just go all in, it's going to happen. Okay. So Super Saturday, Diamond event, you would need to rank advance to Diamond that previous Thursday. So I believe that is July 23rd. You will need to rank advance to Diamond on July 23rd in order to get the invite to the Diamond event after the Super Saturday in Indy on the 25th. Okay, so one more thing I want to talk about, and then I'm going to allow Natalie to share the power of threes. Today in SoulFit Nation as well as in Fit Fighter Nation, I updated the power of threes in the files section because Aaron and I just created a really awesome video. It's about 20 minutes long, but it's really awesome because it talks about the power of threes and why it is so imperative. And I know Aaron and I are committed to doing it. Many of the leaders here are committed to doing it, but it is really going to blow your business up. Okay, and when I say that, it's been years we've been looking for a system that we can use to really track our business and really, when we sit down to work our power hour, have something to work from, okay, instead of just a checklist of things to do. This is really a tracking system that is going to, if you do it, if you're committed to doing it, it can really change your business. So check out the power of threes. Like I said, there's a video. There's also a PDF that I highly recommend you print off and you use that Power of Threes PDF every single week. It's just a document. It's really awesome. You guys may have seen it. I know it was in the Rank It Up group. We just rolled it out today in the Diamond and Beyond group. And then we're also going to make sure we incorporate it in the Coach Basics Fit Fighter Fundamentals group in the last week of training. I mean, it's that important. We want this, everybody, every new coach who enters our team to start implementing the power of threes. And then when they have new coaches coming in, they can then implement the power of threes. You can share the video with them. You can, connect them to where it can be found in the files, and it can be that easily duplicated process that new coaches need. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about the power of threes. I do ask that you guys check out the files and check out the files tab and go and watch the video, print off the power of threes document and start implementing that immediately. It's a Monday through Friday thing. It's not going to take you that long. All you're doing is putting names in. It's really brilliant. So trust me on that one. Okay, I think I covered everything that I needed to cover. So Natalie is going to be sharing some tips with us about how to to move on into June with a bang. And so I'm sure many of you guys know Natalie Johnson, but she is a amazing Diamond leader on our team. She is definitely one of the trifecta who kind of had this brilliant mastermind of the Fit Fighter Nation, and we were in her classroom, in Aaron's classroom, in my classroom, putting our heads together for a really long time, trying to do what's best for our team. And so Natalie has some great insights to share. And without further ado, Natalie, go ahead and take it away, sister.
Thanks for the nice intro, Buzz. I appreciate
that.
And thanks for all the info on Summit. So I wanted to share, I did a video that I posted last week about kind of starting your month off with a bang, but I was trying to think of how I could help everybody from my experience being in this business for about 2.5 years now. There are a lot of ups and downs. And with that being said, it can really kind of weigh on your heart at times. And so I wanted to share some things that I did last month that can help you. And this was kind of my formula for success. And I really think that you have to look at the month in this business in its entirety. Meaning you have to have a game plan when you come into the month. Right now, you should already be thinking about July, in my opinion. Like, how are you going to roll out your next challenge groups? What is your plan going to be? Are you going to co-coach with coaches, etc.? So here's the first thing I want to talk to you guys about. And I've been sharing this with some of my new coaches. Facebook, social media. I know this is going to sound funny, but you need like a come out story. Okay. And I know that this week, Jeannie Van Pelt did that just today. Also her coach, Carrie. And usually I think, for example, I decided June 1st that I had never done on Facebook. Instead of me just putting up a picture of all the promotions with prices, people just scroll through that. They're not going to stop. If it's end of the month and you might want to show like some of the challenge packs and say, hey, last call. But if you really want to get people's attention, I have found that a picture of yourself before and after is like your kickoff for your month. I have like probably 150 likes on there because people were like, wow. And I picked a picture because I'm going to London this next week. I'm going to all over Europe taking history students. And I was flipping back through pictures and I'm like, good God. There was a picture of me from 5 years ago when I was at probably my heaviest. And the point was not so much about, this is about a weight. I could see the look on my face. And I'm like, that is not a happy person. That is a person who dreaded going into her closet. That is a person who did not feel confident in her own skin. I did not feel comfortable, like after having children, I did not identify in my body anymore. And so when you look at those pictures, that is what people are drawn to. So I usually try to start off the month drawing point. And so I explained that. And then I said, and by the way, let's change from with the 21-day fix. It's been my go-to. I just had back surgery 3 weeks ago, and I've been following just the 21-day fix nutrition plan, and I'm still like much leaner than I thought I would be. And so you have to share those things with people and take them along on your journey. And so basically that before and after kind of sparks an interest in people. And that I have been doing, again, on my video I gave Chris a cheat. I said, yeah, I think we should start like creating events on Facebook, because everybody, you know, you see like thousands for like jewelry parties or friends' birthday parties, or, you know, walks downtown or going out with a group of people. Why not create an event on Facebook for your challenge group? So you don't feel like you're blowing up your Facebook feed every single day about your challenge group. It's, respectfully, this is a business, right? It's marketing in an event. And so when you do that, there's constant sharing. I'll share a blog. I'll share a video. I'll share a transformation story. I'll get on there and just share like my diary for the day. Like, my plan. I shared my plan after Europe. Hey guys, I'm going to do the refresh. Then I'm going to do the 21-day extreme nutrition plan and kind of cross train with what I can do once I'm released with my back. It's constant. And here's the other kicker. Every time somebody RSVPs to your event, it shows up in the newsfeed. So if Erin Young has 1,500 friends and she's just RSVP'd to my event, it shows up in the newsfeed. Erin Young is going to Natalie Johnson's event. And then people are like, what's this? I've had like probably 5 to 10 people join because I make it public from just that. And so that's huge. So you have to have a sharing plan. So you start off with a bang, you create an event, and then the beauty of it is you don't have to sit, especially new coaches, you do not have to sit in front of your computer like all of us do for hours trying to figure out the wording of what you want to say in an invite. It's stressful. You don't want to come off salesy, and until you really get comfortable with it, it's hard. So right away, if someone RSVPs yes, you can shoot them a message and say, hey, I'm so excited you're going to come to my event. How can I help you? What are your goals? You don't need to jump right on like, do you want to buy the fix? But you can get the conversation going. The sooner you create an event in the month, the more, you know, the more time you'll have to develop a relationship with people, and they're going to continue for my group, for example, 29 days for the rest of the month, seeing the energy build, waiting for that event to start. That's what's so neat about creating an event. It's been the game changer for me, hands down. Okay, so that is huge, I think, for kind of getting things started. You can also add, say you want to co-coach, like Jennifer Farrar and I are co-coaching my summer fix group, our summer fix group, but I created the event and then I made her admin. She can throw in like 200, 300 of her friends and then create an energy. So it's really, really cool. My other suggestion, you guys, you have to post consistently on Facebook. Like even when Erin and Erica and I were teaching, I'm like, what am I gonna post like in the middle of the day? I'm teaching high schoolers. I usually would try to share like a recipe or something about my lunch, or today in the middle of the day, because the middle of the day is hit or miss. People are working, most of us, right, during the day. There's not as much Facebook traffic during some times of the day. But you still want people to be like, oh, Natalie Johnson, she's a weirdo. She really likes this new mint chocolate chip Quest bar, which is amazing, by the way. And I got a lot more traffic on it than I thought I would, because here's the other thing, you guys. How amazing is it to have the reply button on your post? Everyone comments on your, and you reply to it, it bumps your post the news feed. The reason people are authentic, it's genuine, it's sincere. It doesn't say, come buy Quest bars for me. It's like, Natalie has issues, like there she goes again. But at least they're like, oh, this chick is still doing this business, right? She's not going anywhere. You're constantly wanting, this sounds really creepy. You constantly want people to think about you when it comes down to the right time for them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want somebody, if you disappear and you get discouraged because you just wrote your life story and you're like, that was the wittiest thing I've ever put on Facebook, and you get like 3 likes and you're like, excuse me, where are my people? They might find you funny, but maybe people are just busy that day. But you have to keep people thinking about you. And once you build that credibility, and I will tell you, I watched Erin, then I watched Erica, because that's the progression of how we all signed up together. And then now I signed up after them. This is probably the biggest summer. This is probably, not right now, sis. I'll be with you. Okay. Sorry. Oh, here's, okay, you go play your band. I think that's amazing. I'll be in there in a minute. Instruments, okay. So sorry. There's so much energy in here. So anyways, I feel like had I given up because I wasn't, and this goes into point 2, you gotta quit comparing yourself to other people. You can spend hours on Facebook looking at Lindsay Matway's hair and being like, I still don't get how she does it. And you know what? The point being is, it's a waste of time. Okay, thank you, Mara. Thank you. That's wonderful. It doesn't matter. And this is the other thing. People will ask you, like, what's your magic trick? Like, I've seen people who will have, like, Eric, I remember last summer had like SC 30 something, and people are like, what's the trick? What are you doing? It's that she made a decision, and this is a Lindsay Matway quote, that she would be here a year from now, and that she continued building that credibility. And when the time was right for her, and when things like Super Saturday, she posted about Summit last year, I know it was huge for Erin and Erica. You cannot compare yourselves to others. There's people that have been that are newer coaches than me that are higher rank. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter if you're in it for yourself, only for that. It's not going to be very fun for you. But if you can learn from each other and kind of figure out what people are doing and incorporate it, you'll be a lot happier in this business. So as I move up, you have to figure out your why in this business. And I say that because everything that I do on Facebook is stemming from something I'm going through, something about my children, something about teaching, traveling. Like, we often talk about, like, our Fab Five, faith. And so it's very, very good to make sure that every time that you're sharing something on Facebook, I'm so sorry.
Can I tell you my band?
No, I will be with you in just a minute. Thank you, Mara.
I want to give you my band. It's in my room.
Oh, I'll be right there. Thank you.
Guess I'll just wait for you
Okay.
in the band.
Yes, please. I'll come join your band as soon as I'm done. I'll be the lead singer. I promise. Please. I'm so sorry.
This is a
No,
microphone.
okay, thank you. I'll be right there, baby. Thank you, baby.
Hey, Nat,
Okay.
while you are
Yes,
tending
Buzz.
to your sweet pea, I just
So
want to
sorry.
say one thing about your mentioning of rank, because I think that, you know, and I was talking to a coach the other day about the whole idea of rank, and yes, we hold rank, like, obviously, you know, really high as far as like our personal goals and that sort of thing, but I kind of equate like our rank to kind of the scale. And so, like, rank, I think, is one way to measure success, just like the scale is one way to measure progress. It's one way, you know, to measure health, but it's not the only way. And so to me, what matters more, and I think to this team, what matters more than rank is the lives that we're touching, the perhaps the freedom that it's allowing for our family, the opportunities it's allowing our family, whether that's to go on a vacation or to, pay for something, dance lessons, or, something that we would before have to really think twice about. But it's also giving health and a quality of life to other people as well. So I think that we can be very obsessive over rank. And yes, I think that if that's a personal goal of ours, we need to, keep it there. But not comparing yourself to other people and not comparing to yourself to how quickly you get to a rank versus somebody else, that's perfect advice. So I just wanted to chime in on that because I think that's really important.
Thank you. My daughter is starting a Ninja Turtle band, so I appreciate you hopping in, Buzzy. And again, here's another thing that I figured out last month that I think is quite profound. When people ask you what you're doing and you're watching top coaches again, where it all kind of has happened for me is when trying to think how to explain this. It's the connections that I've made with people. It's not something you're going to be able to see on Facebook in a post that someone's doing that you can replicate and you're going to have the same effect on someone. You have to get comfortable enough to open yourselves up to other people and get past the point of being afraid to share with other people and invite other people. You have to learn how to, which is very hard, especially for us girls, you have to disconnect your emotions from the outcome. And so if somebody literally says, no, you can't get so bogged down in that and discouraged, you just kind of take that as a learning lesson and move on. And just, here's the thing, they will come back. They will come back eventually if you're in the business. And I always just say, hey, that's awesome. Like if they're doing another program, I wish you the best of luck. I'm here. I run monthly challenge groups. If you ever need anything, I'm here. And then I'll revisit them later. Or usually you'll see them come back later because they're like, wow, like Natalie is still in the business or Nikki's still in the business. She hasn't gone anywhere. So it's pretty neat. So we often tell people that there isn't a magic formula for losing weight. Why are we trying to make a magic formula for how we're supposed to build our business? It's going to have to come with consistency, and it's going to have to come with, I've loved the Diamond and Beyond group. Erin and Erica posted something in there the other day about how do you organize your to-do list with what's urgent, what's most important, and not get distracted. Like right now, I have 4 electronic devices in front of me, but otherwise normally I would be so distracted by multiple things that are going on social media wise. You have to create some Post-it notes, a calendar, a list to keep you organized, or you will spin your wheels because social media can make you go ADD. So you really have to make sure. For me, I do a physical calendar. I don't really like it on my phone. Some people do. I like to see it visually in front of me and then mark off things or highlight. I'm a Post-it girl. So I try to keep Post-its for what I need to do at the top of my list. But my last part is that I'll share, unless Buzz, do you want to come in and share something before I do my last point on that note?
No, I think you are right. I do think that we certainly need to find our authentic self and what works and fits into our life. I really do want to put another plug in though for the power of threes, because I think that there's so many people who, when they do sit down to work their business, their wheels are still spinning and they are getting distracted. And because they have notifications, they think that they have to answer those people. And because they are notifications maybe from groups that they're coaching, that means that has to be a priority. But the thing about it is we also need to be focusing on those income producing activities, which are involving, growing your network, which are involving, inviting to challenge groups, sharing the coaching opportunity and that sort of thing, doing trainings and things like that. Those are what are going to be moving your businesses forward. So I know for me, the first year of my business, I rocked out some great challenge groups, but I never mentioned the word coach. I never mentioned the coaching opportunity. And guess what? I was a bright and shiny emerald with, you know, my sister and my best friend, and Natalie was on my team as well at that point. But I mean, my business never went anywhere. I was just treading water, just hanging out. You know, my retail sales were fine and dandy. But the thing about it is I could not retire from my day job off of my retail sales. Even with SC30, I'm still only looking at a couple $100 a week. That's not going to cut it. Okay, what is going to move your business forward is those income producing activities. And I'm so excited for I know Soul Fit Nation and Fit Fighter Nation last month, if you earned SC5 or more, you did qualify for the book club, and that How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business talks all about the income producing activities. But like Natalie said, you know, you have to sit down and you have to have a plan, and you have to stick to that plan and not let yourself deviate from it. Okay, because it's very imperative that you stick to your plan if you want to move your business forward, if you want to accomplish XYZ, if you want to have financial stability, if you want to do this full time, then there are things that you need to make sure that you're doing and not doing in order, you know, to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, and Erica, great points. This kind of, I feel like, segues into my last point, is personal development. In teaching, we call it professional development. It's how you build yourself professionally. In this business, a business where, in a business where you are constantly trying to help others, it can be draining. Okay, and let me give you some examples. I'm not going to go into my whole life story, okay, because I'm a history teacher. It's too long. However, people, all of us have gone through some stuff in call tonight on our tier to have a lot of things that, you know, we have gone through. There are people who are in remission from cancer. There are people who have had loss in their family recently. There are people who have had lost relationships. People who, I mean, I had a really bad injury. You have to, I understand this, under the strength that I had, thinking, I'm a very optimistic person. I'm always happy-go-lucky. I'm going to be fine every day posting in my challenge groups because that's how I am. But you will come to a point where you will have, and I know probably all of you feel like this, there are days when you post that you might not be feeling it because something's going on in your life and something is bogging you down, but you're supposed to be the cheerleader for everyone in your team. So where do you get that fuel from? For me, it's my faith. It's my family, but it's even needs to be more, I think, personal time, focusing on even your mental or kind of your emotional state in this business. And I mean that with all honesty. I've started listening to podcasts. Find a person who inspires you. If you're a reader, do a book. It sounds really weird that Erin, Erica, and I, being English and history teachers, don't really want to read books probably all the time. Like, we would rather listen to them on Audible or a podcast, like in our car, more frequently than a book, because we can do that while we're multitasking. And so I think it's huge. So find something personally that can fill your cup, whether it's religious, whether it's meditation, whether it's a book, a podcast. I truly underestimated it. And it's been very significant. And this week I realized that I had not listened to any personal development because I'm not driving to school anymore. And so when I took my walk this morning, I listened to a Joel Osteen podcast, and it was striking. And what was interesting about the one that I picked, the whole second half was about losing his dad, which is what happened to me within the last year, and how you use things that have happened to you to fuel yourself, to help others, to heal yourself. And it's like this, it's those things that draw people to you, period, in my opinion. So once you're able to really come out and share yourself with people in an authentic way, whatever it is on Facebook or whatever it is in your invites or conversations with people, you're gonna see a heat come from inside, I think. So man, I'm getting like all sorts of spiritual and stuff. So that's what I've got for you guys tonight. And I'm so glad to be on here with all of you. So and I've got a Ninja Turtle that's running into me every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think that
That's
is
it, Buzzy.
really imperative what you said about personal development, because I know for me that if there's ever anything that goes wrong, and things are going to go wrong. I mean, you're going to deal with setbacks. You're going to deal with, bumps in the road. That's just the nature of business. I mean, there's no business owner that can say, oh, it was smooth sailing. I mean, if it was smooth sailing, then you weren't working hard enough. I mean, really. In the first 2 years of your business, it's going to take some time and you're going to make mistakes. And you have to have some sort of a support system, some sort of a game plan to rely on when things don't go your way. Because in the nature of this business, there's going to be people who let you down. There's going to be people who say they're going to do something and then they don't do it. There's going to be, people that you thought for sure. And I know Megan Harrell can completely relate to this. I'm not sure if she's still on the call. What? Okay, well, apparently he's saying boom. I don't know why. What does that mean? I don't know. But anyway, you can tell me about that later. I'm guessing that was like an amen or something like that. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what's going on tonight. But yeah, so I just think that, anytime in my business, in my personal experience where things have gotten rough, and any time where I've felt down, like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to do this? I just retired, from teaching, like, this is my full-time job. And like, this is what I got, this is all I got. I'm so glad it's all I got, but this is it. If I ever have a day when I'm down, or when my confidence is not where I'm okay with it being. And I think everybody has that point where it's like, my confidence is here, so it needs to be here or above all the time. If it ever dips below that line, then you really need to work hard at filling up that PD bucket. You have to, because that's kind of a danger zone. That's your body's way of saying something's off. I need to fill it with other things. So it's really important that you then, go back to the Team Beachbody app and go back and listen to previous wake up calls. I do that all the time. All of the summit workshops from last year are on the Team Beachbody app. I listen to those all the time. Even though I was live, I was present for many of them. I have notes over many of them. I still go back and listen to them all the time because they are that good. And all of the wake up calls and all that sort of thing. I mean, just have things on tap at all times that you can just rely on and that you can just pull out of your toolbox and just use at, the drop of a hat. So yes, PD is huge. The more successful a coach, the more PD they've done. I mean, honestly, that's what you're going to have to look at and say, okay, this person has done this in the business, then you better believe that their personal development has matched their efforts. Okay. So yes, Natalie, I think that you were spot on with your points and I really appreciate them. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right now.